What's up, guys? So today we're going to review the Cold Steel 8010 Lite. This is my personal one. This is the one I have in inventory. I really love Cold Steel as a brand. I always try to remain non-brand bias. I try and have knives from every brand. I have knives that some knives I like, some knives I don't. There's a knife from probably every single brand that I like and don't like. But anyway, this is the 8010 Lite. If you work in a field where you are really hard on your knives, I think that Cold Steel is one of those knife companies that is where you want to go. It's what you want to invest in. They make no nonsense knives that are meant for, you know, the blue collar worker. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how my camera's oriented here. There we go. This is an Oz 10 Tanto. It's very slicey, and they've combined it with G10 scales and a deep carry. Sorry, excuse me, apologies. I just sneezed right in your ear. Oh man. The pocket clip is reversible. I'm so sorry. It does come with an extra pocket clip. These are triad locks as well. There we go. These are triad locks. So basically, for anybody who doesn't know, triad lock is so when the blade rotates up, it locks down this way, holds the blade in place. So it's one of the closest things you'll get to on a folder as a fixed blade, minus, you know, the newer style folders that have the pins that go in. I think some of them have pins that will go in here and lock in place, or here and lock in place. But this is the closest you'll get to, you know, a folder that emulates a fixed blade, minus, you know, the newer development in the pin technology that some companies use to make folders even more reliable and closer to fixed blades. But anyway, I digress. If you're somebody who's like a lineman, you work in construction, you're working in the oil fields, yeah, you know, anywhere where you need a knife and you're hard on your knives, I think that the 8010 Lite, or just Cold Steel in general, is going to be the knife brand for you. There are a few other knife brands out there that I would certainly recommend. Probably, if I had to think of one off the top of my head, you know, Demco is another one. Essie, another one. But anyway, this I've used and carried this 8010 for probably about 2-3 weeks, and it's been nothing short of just wonderful. It's light, it's got good balance. The blade is easy to engage out and then also retract and lock away. It's incredibly sharp out of the package, so you don't have any issues with that. The thumb studs are very large, very generous. See if you can see how large they are. Yeah, it's sorry, I'm really trying to remember all the key points that I wanted to focus on. It's just, I don't know, man. The knife hasn't let me down. It really is. It's a workhorse. I think that if you're somebody who has to carry a lot of gear at your job, or just in your everyday life, you know, if you're a farmer, you know, or you're a field hand, whatever it may be, it's a light knife, but it's big and it's got a lot of attitude. And I think that would work for a lot of people who are looking for something that fits that narrative. And the price point's pretty good. So these retail for $140. They're probably in the easily low hundreds on Blade HQ, and they're worth it. They really are. Trying to think if I have anything bad to say about the knife. Maybe other than the fact that maybe they could have done different colorways. I think there's 2 colorways, maybe 3. You have black, I think OD green, and I think tan for the scales. It'd be cool if they did a what do you call it? A sculpted G10. I think that would be really nice, especially for added grip, added ergonomics. But I mean, all in all, I don't really see a problem with the way it is right now. I will say this. So the blade is Oz 10. At first, I thought that it was Oz 8 because I have another knife with Oz 8 and a blade steel, and I'm like, I don't particularly like Oz 8 blade steel. I just haven't been the biggest fan of it. But then when I realized that this was Oz 10, I was like, oh, okay, well, what's the difference? This has a higher carbon content, so it's basically got a offers better performance, superior hardness compared to Oz 8, along with edge retention and wear resistance. Now, according to Google, Oz 8 is easier to sharpen, but Oz 10 can achieve a sharper and more durable edge. So, your money, if you are obviously investing in this, is going into something that is well worth the price just due to quality. And I honestly, I've sold quite a few cold steel products, and I have not had anybody complain about the quality of the knives. So if you're new to cold steel or you're unaware of cold steel, now you know. Yeah, I wish I could tell you more. I wish I had more feedback to give you, but yeah, like I said, if you're in the market for a knife that's no nonsense, this is the knife for you. If you want a little bit of general trivia about cold steel was created in the 80s, and the whole premise is the guy who created it wanted to create knives that were a bit ridiculous, but just were no nonsense. They did exactly what they needed to do, and they were quality. And so one of the ironically funny things about it was back in the 80s and 90s, when cold steel was coming up, they did those like really late night infomercials, and a lot of those infomercials, they were taking their knives and they were like cutting into all kinds of wild things. They were stabbing car doors. They were cutting into giant cow carcasses and pig carcasses. They were cutting through like those giant what do you call it, the rope that they use for anchoring battleships. I'm pretty sure they're cutting through like huge pieces of rope with them, just to show how robust and useful their knives were. And granted, there was some comedic value in that, but it was also to really endorse their product and show like what their product was capable of. So I think that's relatively funny. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say. I would highly recommend the AD10 Lite if you guys need a knife that's no nonsense, that does the job. It's the bee's knees. Yeah. So I wish I could find more negative things to say about it, but I don't really have anything negative to say, other than maybe different colorways. That's it. It's a great knife. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Drink some water, eat some good food, and be kind to each other.